Have I mentioned how much I love earnings season? By that I mean it's actually really a love and hate relationship because I'm not a huge fan of it because sometimes it makes me feel sad, but sometimes it makes me happy. And today, this week, is a week that I don't know if it's going to make me happy or sad, but I know last week made me pretty happy. This week, there's not a lot of companies that I actually own that are going to be on this list, but there's a couple that I want to spotlight here that I think are going to be pretty important. It's honestly a big week with a lot of giant companies reporting earnings, and that's just kind of how it's going to be for the next couple weeks. So I'm going to continue up on this and stating which companies to be looking at. So if we're starting Monday here, starting Monday before open, we got Halliburton, SAP, Lennox, Home Street Bank, Community Bank System, Bank of Marin, and Old National Bank. Again, this is ending kind of that list of banks we had. We had a lot of financials last week. A couple more reporting here Monday. I mean, nothing I would personally think you need to worry too much about the before market on Monday. If we're looking after market, a stock I actually just recently purchased, TD Ameritrade. I'm interested to see how that goes. That position, I'm already up around, I believe, 10% now since I purchased it. So, again, I've already made some money off TD Ameritrade, and I'm not going to be selling it, obviously. I kind of want to hold it for the dividend, and I just think that it was below value at the point. So, I mean, if it decreased from this earnings, I don't think I would be upset. Again, you're not really going to see any impact due to the zero commission fee. You're not going to see any sort of impact. The only impact you will see probably is on the outlook. So whenever they're releasing their outlook for the next quarter, you're probably going to see a bit of a decrease in certain things, whether it be EPS or general revenue as well. So certainly something to consider. I would go ahead and I'm going to bookmark TD Ameritrade after close on Monday. I'm working at the time, so I'm going to try to pay attention to it, but we'll see what we got. We got Del Taco. I've never had Del Taco in my life, but obviously they're a very successful company. Not too familiar with the stock, though. Cadence, Veritex, Logitech, them for, their mouses and keyboards. Logitech's a good tech company. Zion's Bank, or they go by Bank Corporation, but another financial. Celanese, Hexcel, American Campus, HealthStream. Nothing else I really want to say there. I mean, you could look at Logitech, but I don't think they're going to be anything special. They never really are anything mega special, They're just kind of how they are. Tuesday, pretty big day. Very big day if you're, a consumer staples guy. Or, I mean, any of these companies are big on Tuesday. It's crazy. Before open, McDonald's. That's right. I'm off Tuesday. I'm going to be waking up early for my McDonald's. And if they beat earnings, well, guess what? I'm going to go get me an egg and cheese biscuit. Well, never mind. You got to have sausage in there. What do I talk? Egg and cheese? Get out of here. But McDonald's should be something to look at. They're also a company I just spotlit. I'm going to say spotlit. I just spotlit Coca-Cola for transforming their company from just stagnant to growth, and McDonald's is really kind of trying to do that as well right now. So they're definitely a company to look at in terms of growth. They're really trying to innovate their brand and see what they can do. A lot of it's technology-based, how they're innovating. You see it through their self-service kiosks, and now they're working on an automated drive-through now, which is controlled by artificial intelligence, so we're going to see how that operates, but obviously that's not a thing yet. But again, McDonald's, something to look at. Procter & Gamble, obviously one of the biggest consumer staple stocks out there. Definitely important to look for the whole of consumer staples if Procter & Gamble is successful. Lockheed Martin, I don't have Lockheed Martin in there, but defense is important. You got to have some defense for the nation. UPS, big company, very big company. Interesting to see how that UPS is usually a pretty good indicator of consumer confidence depending on what they ship out. You definitely want good numbers from UPS to look at the economy in a positive way. Biogen, I don't own Biogen, but Drugs are drugs. Centene, again. Hasbro. Good old Hasbro. United Technology, JetBlue, an airliner. Sherwin Williams. I actually just recently picked up some Sherwin Williams paint for a work project. Hey, they make a good product. I can't lie. Sherwin Williams makes a good product of paint. I don't know if their stock's a good stock, but after close, guess what? This is one to look at Tuesday. Snap. This is a company that's going to move either very far up or very far down after earnings. I doubt there's going to be much, stagnation. If you're an options player, Snap is definitely a company you probably want to look at. I don't want to get involved with it because, again, you could be wrong over anything. They could miss by $1 billion in revenue, and guess what? The stock might still go up depending on any little factor. So we'll see on that. We'll see exactly how that turns out. But it's one to look at. I think it'll be a big mover. Chipotle, they make a good product. Can't lie. Chipotle makes a mean burrito, or whatever Tex-Mex you might want. They got it. Skechers, obviously, Skechers, shoes, socks, all sorts of things, shirts, they make it all. Skechers, interesting company, good for consumer staples. iRobot, make robotic vacuums. You'll know them from Roombas. Definitely an interesting valuation. The stock's been pretty beat down as of late. It's definitely a company to maybe look at purchasing if they have a good earnings. They could shoot up pretty well if they have a nice beat in earnings. Texas Instrument, long-standing company, good dividend payer. Whirlpool, I love Whirlpool. I at one point had a Whirlpool refrigerator. It's good. It's good quality. Discover, obviously another financial here. We gotta love it. There's a couple financials coming up here. Coming off some big financial earnings from last week. We'll see how Discover does. I own a Discover card. Obviously, they're really big into advertising right now. If you see a lot of advertisements, there's a lot of Discover advertisements out there. Something to look at. Meritage Homes, CN, Teradyne. Before open, again, we got another big airliner, Boeing. That's right, Boeing. It's going to be a huge quarter for Boeing. Again, another thing to look at. Obviously, they had a couple, their 737 MAX hasn't been approved to fly again in most airlines until, I think, January, so they're going to be missing out on probably a decent bit of flight revenue as far as that's concerned. So we'll see how that turns out, actually, and I'm sure there's a lot of legal expense they had to go through this quarter. We got Cliffs, Caterpillar. Gotta love Caterpillar. Good dividend payer. Waste Management. Good dividend payer. Anthem. Blackstone Group. Okay. Not BlackRock. This is Blackstone. Okay. Company, I don't know what that is. General Dynamics. Alexion. And Freeport. Okay. Gotta love it. Now we're gonna move to After Close Wednesday. This is a huge day for tech. After Close Wednesday, the big ol' Microsoft is doing it. I own Microsoft shares, and this is going to be an important day for me. I don't know how they're going to do. It's hard to say. Traditionally, they usually have a good track record of beating their earnings, both EPS and revenue. They have a good track record of doing it. How the stock reacts in the meantime, it's hard to say. The stock's run up so high this year, it's hard to see them shooting up even higher if they have a really good earnings. This is a company that's just absolutely taken off this quarter. So we'll see how things go. Tesla, absolutely anyone interested, in any sort of automobile segment, you got to look at Tesla earnings. Could be huge. Obviously, there was some pre-release from someone in the company released emails from Elon Muskrat saying that there would be a huge delivery increase this quarter. It'd be huge. We'll see how it goes. Should be record number of deliveries, they said. It's going to be interesting. Another financial, PayPal. Certainly interesting to look at. Ford. Yeah, that's right. Another automobile company. Will they get outshadowed by Tesla? Probably, because Ford's they're seeing some rough times right now. The whole auto market's really seeing some rough times. I still love Ford as a dividend payer, though. I still love it. Zillinex, don't know. ServiceNow, Align, good tech company. Lam Research, eBay, another big tech. eBay's really starting to see some more growth again after they kind of fell off. I mean, they were huge in the dot-com bubble, but they're finally seeing some growth again. And then we got Las Vegas Sands to end out our Wednesday after close. Before open Thursday, Hexo, Twitter, that's right. After Snapchat records their earnings, we got Twitter doing it on Thursday. Not a fan of Twitter myself, but you know what? That's fine. We got Nokia. Obviously, everyone has a Nokia phone still. I love my Nokia phone. I'm kidding. Nokia's garbage. Stay away from Nokia. 3M, huge consumer staples, yet again. Raytheon, more defense, similar to our previous mention there of Lockheed Martin. Southwest, another big airliner. Okay, interesting to see if they receive some of that extra room from Boeing, maybe, since they lost some sales. We'll see how that goes. No. What the heck? Northrop Grumman. Okay. Valero. Okay. Dow. TSC. The Tractor Supply Company. You know what? I'm going to take my tractor down to the Old Town Road. Guess what? Thursday after close is a huge day again. It's giant. It's giant. Amazon reporting. You have to look at Amazon. Because, again, Amazon's one of those companies that really shapes the whole market. And if they're doing well, the economy's doing well, and it makes me feel happy. So we're going to hope good quarter for Amazon. I own partial shares of Amazon. I don't even own a full share of Amazon, obviously, because the stock's so highly priced. But I'm slightly involved in it. I just want to be slightly involved because it's Amazon, you know. We got Visa, another huge financial company. Going to be interesting to see how Visa does. Intel, Tech, Gillette. I own some Gillette shares. Again, druggies. But not the bad druggies. These are the good druggies that make you good. Not really. I don't use really prescription drugs either. But go ahead for First Solar. Okay. Don't know about First Solar. Illumina. Capital One. Okay. Capital One. That's going to be interesting. Visa and Capital One both reporting on Thursdays. Yemen Banana Gold. I don't know what Banana Gold is. Calling it Banana Gold. Cerner. And Friday. How can we wrap up Friday with a good day, right? Oh, we can. Okay? We can. There's plenty of good stuff going here on Friday. Verizon. Gotta love Verizon. New Residential. NRZ. Guess what? Huge dividend payer. NRZ is a huge dividend payer. So we'll see how that goes. Anheuser-Busch, InBev. See how brewskis are selling. Definitely. Yandex, YF, Phillips 66, Goodyear Tire, Charter, Barnes Group, and Autoliv. So again, if we're going to be, what do I think we need to look at here? I think the must-look-ats are TD Ameritrade. That's just from my personal perspective. I'm sorry. You have to look at McDonald's. You have to look at Boeing. I would say definitely look at Visa Discover. You want those earnings. Have to look at Microsoft and Tesla. And other than that, I think you probably will want to look at Anheuser-Busch, as well as definitely want to look at Amazon. So those are the must-look-at companies this week. As far as the interesting companies to look at, I think Snap is going to be a huge mover. As far as what other interesting ones to look at, iRobot. And if I want to talk about an interesting company, what we want to see that could be shocking, we want something good. We want something good. What does that mean we're going to look at? Well, let's just look at Tractor Supply Company. Why not? That's my stock to look at. I'm gonna look at that a little bit more and see what's going on with Tractor Supply Company. If people are still riding them tractors, coming down that. That's a country song that I made up. So, yeah.